Well, we're back here where we began the show at the Vancouver International Wine Festival. It is custom with our show, Lita, that every year around this time we welcome back this man to your left, at home your right. Lita.
Well, we have Harry Hercheg. He is, I always like to say, the wine DJ, but he is the executive director of this incredible festival, the 47th annual Vancouver International Wine Festival. Harry, welcome to our city tonight again.
Thank you for coming to my party. We organize this all year round. It means so much to me to bring the wine world together, 14 countries.
Yeah.
I love being the host.
You are a good host, and you were just saying it takes you all year. It's so much work. Tell us your little analogy you just shared with us about opening a restaurant. I love it.
Imagine how much work it is to open a restaurant, and you're the owner of a restaurant. Imagine how much pride you would have that the restaurant finally opens and you can walk up and down the aisles and greet customers, and you've got the chef in the back and you've got your maitre d' in the front.
Yeah.
But imagine a person that just likes to just keep organizing, opening a restaurant, but never opening the restaurant. That's how I feel about this. I mean, we're here only 3 days and then I have to tear this business down. It's so sad.
It is sad.
I just love, there's 2,000 people in this room. Wine brings people together. You know, I got one more thing I want to say. 99% of history, wine was safer to drink than water. For 99% of history, wine was the number one medicine.
I'm not going to fight you on that one. That sounds like makes sense.
And now in a short period of time, we're so concerned about wine and health reasons. And yes, we need to be concerned about our health. Mm-hmm. But wine has been a beverage that has built civilizations, brings people together. We've got 112 wineries, 14 countries, and look how happy people are.
It is crowded here today, as it's been every day you've been open. This year, of course, France is the main spotlight. How has that been, and how have the people reacted to France being in the spotlight and all their great wines?
Champagne. People make a beeline to the champagne tables. So we try to put the champagne tables as far as in the most obscure spot possible. So
Right.
It takes people 5 minutes to find the champagne.
It's like the sale rack in a store.
Yeah, you don't put that by the front door. And but we have wines not only from Champagne, Alsace, Loire Valley, Bordeaux, Burgundy, Rhone, south of France, all the storied regions.
Nice.
And there's just so many gems. The average price of wine being poured here is like over $40. Yet you'll find great wines at $15. Oh my goodness, that wine is $140. There's just so many surprises.
Yeah.
And so you can find wines, whether it's a gift for Christmas or a birthday, your weekend warrior, a weeknight regular, and you get to learn about so much about wine because the owner, the winemaker, the person who's connected to the winery is here. It's like being at a festival where you get to hang out with the band.
Yeah, that's always a
love
big
it.
attraction, a bonus for Lita and I, is we're interviewing people whose names are on the bottle. That's always
It's
great.
brilliant.
I love
Can we ask you so people can prepare, do you have the dates set for next year yet, or is that stay tuned?
It's the same week.
Same week? Okay,
So
that's good.
March 8th to 13th.
Right,
Perfect.
right.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey,
Right, after winter, you'd think there wouldn't be any snow anymore. A little surprise this year. And before spring break, because we know people like to go to warm places
Yeah.
during spring break.
Harry, thank you as we always like to do with Harry. We're going to go meet a few other winemakers here at this great event. Well, every year at the Vancouver International Wine Festival, they award someone the Spirited Industry Award, or SIP. This year's winner is sitting with us for the first time on this show. I can't believe it. This first time for Carmen Diafaro is on our show. Sir, we've been on the air 11 years, and you're just getting on the show now, but it's great to have you.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
Good
You're
to have you.
also the managing director of Stile Brands, or Style Brands, as we know here in Vancouver. Congratulations on your award. You've brought some very interesting wine for us to try today.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about this very special wine.
This wine is one of our very first producers. So it's De Maionorante, family winery. And they were one of the very first families to make wine in Molise. It's a very poor region. My father was from that region of Italy, and they used to sell their grapes to the northern wineries. This winery said, well, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to make our own wine. And they now become the flagship winery of Molise. But not only that, they did something very special about a half dozen years ago, and they saved a varietal, the wine that we're drinking here today, called Tintilia. So Italy has thousands of different varietals, 20 different regions. And this is one wine, one varietal that is only found in Molise. And they saved it about 6-7 years ago from extinction. And now there's a dozen other wineries that are producing Tintilia. There's a consortium. There's a whole business just around this wine now. It's great to see.
Wow.
We often hear from our viewers when we do these segments at the wine festival where they say, mouth-watering, can we get the wine here? From this region, Italy, Lena and I both had the pleasure of going to Italy many times. Is this wine, can our viewers find all these wines here?
Yeah, so this wine's here in market. You'll find this at especially wine shops and in restaurants. So a lot of the, Italian top restaurants in town carry this wine. It's something unique. There'll only be 1 or 2 wines from Molise in their wine list. This is usually one of them.
Excellent.
Well, you also were the gentleman who established Italian Day on the Drive. I also want to make that a point. They call you the mayor of Commercial Drive, so definitely the big wig here.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And I think this is a first on our show, your first appearance on our show, but
Yes.
this is the first time we've had somebody that's been in the food and wine business and that world, and also was a professional football or soccer player. This is a first for us, so
Yeah.
thank you.
Well-
And I hope you probably have a zillion stories about that
I've got
world.
lots of stories, but that was my first life, and it was great. And I was fortunate enough to play on the national team at a young age, U19,
Wow.
under 21. I represented Canada at the Pan Am Games and the Francophone Games, and qualifying for the Atlanta Olympics in '96. So
Very
it was
cool.
it was a lot of fun, and played with the '86ers, Whitecaps, and indoor with the Edmonton Drillers of the NPSL.
That's
So
great.
that was my first life. It was a lot of fun, and the memories are amazing.
That's beautiful. Hey, well, let's cheers.
Yes.
Carmen Diafrio, thank you for joining us. First time on the show. Thanks for the
Thank
wine.
you.
Cheers.
Well, France is the theme region this year at the Vancouver International Wine Festival, and we are so fortunate to have a French winery here. I have Jean-Luc Fauré, and he is from, tell us your estate wine that you're from.
I'm come from Chablis, but a small village near Chablis, 2 kilometers.
Wow. And you've poured a beautiful wine for us today. Can you tell us a little bit
Yes.
about this one?
This one is regular Chablis. We say Chablis village in France. It's less difficult wine you have to drink young because it's a little bit open than before the first cru. And it's very fruity and it's very fresh.
Wonderful. Chablis is one of my favorites. It doesn't you don't find a lot of it here. So when we do, it's just absolutely delicious. Now, your estate has been around for 4 generations. Can you tell
Yes.
us a little bit of the history of that?
Yes, I work with my grandfather and father, and they at this time they only sell to wine merchant. And when I come back school, I passed 5 years in Bonn, and after when I come back, I decided to doing some bottles, and now I sell to 26 different countries my wines, and I think Chablis is very different Chardonnay because we are on the north of the Burgundy, and the weather is very fresh, and we have more acidity than other Chardonnay.
Wonderful.
And we have a lot of limestones coming with sediment sea.
Wonderful. Well, I am going to taste it with you.
Yes.
So a little cheers, and then we will taste your beautiful wine. Oh, I'm so glad your family decided to not just sell to wine merchants, to sell to the general public. This is delicious, and this is your second wine festival here in Vancouver. We really hope you come back next year as
thank
well.
you.
Thank you.
I like Canadian people because they are very happy and.
We are, especially when we get French wine.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jean-Luc.
Thank you.